Hi, I'm Carla Spradbery. I'm author of The 100 Society and most recently The Memory Hit. Memory Hit was released at the beginning of June and it's about two characters, Jess and Cooper. And Jess and Cooper find themselves on New Year's Eve with their lives rather spectacularly falling apart around them through no fault of their own. New Year's Day, Jess and Cooper's worlds collide. They both realise that they have been put into their respective positions by somebody else, and they need to work together to look back into their past to find out who it is that's actually done this to them. And they do that in a very special way. They use this drug called Nostalgex. Now, Nostalgex is a fictional drug, and it's a drug that allows the user to have access to memories that may otherwise be forgotten, that have been buried, or that may have been remembered in a slightly different way. And it's almost like watching your memories on an HD TV screen where you can pause, you can zoom in, you can listen to conversations you may not have noticed before. As long as it happened around you and you saw it happen, then you can revisit the memory using Nostalgex. So it's a memory drug. Now, in my book, the characters choose to use this drug for a couple of different reasons. The main reason they use it is to look back into their past to try and stitch together memories that will help them solve the question of who is doing this to them and why. So they use that drug for that purpose. They also use it for slightly different purposes at different times. One of the characters in particular uses it to look back on her relationships, one in particular, and what she discovers is that her relationship isn't everything that she thought it was. I'm not going to say too much more about it because I don't want to give anything away from the book. But it was a lot of fun to write, and it was a lot of fun to think about memories and what we might want to revisit and why. So my publishers actually asked me the question, if I had the chance to take Nostalgex, which memories would I revisit? And that was a really interesting question, one that I thought about for quite a long time actually. And to begin with, I thought, well, wouldn't it be great to be able to go back and experience all these amazing things, all the best times in my life, the highlights of my life, the times that I first met people that were going to become very important to me, people that I now love and are in my life and very close. Wouldn't it be great to go back to the first time that I met them, the conversation that I first had with them? I wonder what I said to them in the first instance. I wonder, did I shake their hand? How did we meet? I'd love to go back and revisit that. I'd also like to go back and maybe on a slightly sadder note, see some of the people who aren't in my life anymore. Perhaps the last time I saw them, not knowing that I wasn't going to see them again. Not necessarily the time that I said goodbye to somebody, but maybe see you later, and through circumstances, didn't actually ever see them again. So that would be interesting to see as well, I think. The more I thought about this, the more I started to wonder whether Nostalgex would actually be a good thing. A holiday came to mind. When I was younger, I went on holiday to Spain with my parents, and it was great. And I had this amazing memory of this holiday, of these sandy white beaches, really Spanish atmosphere. And I actually revisited that place a few years ago, and it was very disappointing. It wasn't how I remembered it. It wasn't seen through the same excitement that I had as a child. So it was a very different experience. And if anything, it actually slightly tainted the experience, or it slightly tainted the memories that I had of that place. And thinking about that made me start to think, actually, would I want to go back at all to any memory? Because the bad memories we have for a reason. We have bad memories to protect ourselves in some way or another, whether it's to prevent ourselves from repeating mistakes, or to prevent ourselves from acting in a certain way. We keep these memories for a reason, and the good memories we have, we see them in a certain way. We see them as these beautiful snapshots in time, which in our minds we make perhaps even more beautiful than they were, like I did with the Spanish holiday. So all of these amazing times that I have, I think I'd rather keep them as memories, as these, as I said, as these beautiful snapshots of my life, like a highlight reel of my life. I'd rather keep it like that. Why would I want to go back and see perhaps a truth that I have for some reason glossed over? I don't want to see. I don't want to see what's going on around that memory. I just want to keep the memory as it is, to keep it perfect, keep it shiny, like a snapshot in time. We put photographs on our walls for a reason. They're these beautiful snapshots, these beautiful memories. We don't necessarily know what happened 5 seconds before or 5 seconds after, and maybe we don't want to. Maybe we just want to keep them as these happy memories, keep them perfect. So I don't think I would use nostalgics. I think I'd rather keep them as they are. So I'd love to know actually what you would do. Would you take nostalgics? Would you go back into your memories, revisit them? Bearing in mind you can't change anything about the past, all you can do is watch it again. So leave a comment, tell me in a video yourself, would you take nostalgics? And if you would, which memories would you like to revisit?